I'm not really going to talk about COVID per se in terms of what's going on and those kind of things, but I'm curious. The landscape has changed. So we didn't do HIMSS this year. We didn't do Chime meeting. The health conference was remote. You've participated in a lot of remote conferences. How much do you think going forward, that whole landscape is going to change? How we interact with each other, how we market, how we connect with other people, how we connect with fundraising. Some of these conferences were great to connect with money, with ideas and those kind of things. How is that going to change going forward? Have you seen anything that you're like, yeah, this looks like it could work going forward?
I think there can be a really good mix of virtual and in in-person virtual, which I'll say differently, right? Because it's one thing to watch a bunch of recorded announcements, or I feel like everybody that went into some of these virtual conferences, they went in with a, hey, I'm still going to work, and then this is going to run in parallel, and I'll catch up at night and see what happened in the industry. That I think has to be the fundamental shift for this to really work. If you're going to sign up for health, then pretend you're going to the conference and engage in all of the mediums that they have available. Like those little 30-minute chats were great. The connection points were wonderful if you took the time to set up your schedule. I found a lot of those people weren't available. Like you tried to connect with somebody and they either didn't update their profile, they really weren't participating in the conference like that. So it just goes back to, how do you get these new normals that will be, hey, just like you were at the conference, you're open to 15-minute networking sessions.
Yeah. And that's, you talk about the health conference, and I was signed up for that. And I wanted to, what I'd done in the past is I'd gone to the health conference. I took a mobile podcasting setup with me, and I would meet with people and do 10-15 minute conversations.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do here? That kind of stuff. And so I thought, all right, here's what I'll do. I'll go onto the app. I'll make these requests of all these different people and see actually, I will tell you flat out, no one got back to me through the app. And I was wondering, I'm like, is that an indication of how people are engaging these things? And to be honest with you, I was able to attend the first day, and I thought, okay, I'll go in between meetings on the second day. My second day got so booked up with stuff outside of the conference that I didn't really attend any of the stuff. Now I still have access to all those sessions because I was an attendee, but I didn't really attend that second day.
I think it goes back to, how do we change the new normal? Because I think everybody's just waiting to go back in person. And maybe waiting to go back in person isn't going to happen until December 2022. Who knows? If we are, because I had a similar experience. I was able to do 5 of those like 15-minute connect sessions, but that was it. And so literally at the conference, I would have had 50 meetings. And so it's just a different pace, because I think people are still trying to do both. And I don't know if people have accepted that it's okay to take off from work to go to a virtual conference. And so I think that's another new normal for the employers. How do you give your employees the permission? Because they would have been on a plane, they would have been in Vegas or Chicago or wherever. Chime is going to do its Chime Fall Forum Digital 2020 in November. It's going to be 3.5 days. So same thing. Is everybody taking off those 3.5 days, or is it going to be like, hey, I'm participating when I can jump in?
I'm finding the metric everyone talks about is we had this many people sign up. We're not hearing much in terms of engagement and watching the events, but the numbers are through the roof. So the potential for virtual is that you could have maybe 3 times as many people participate in the content. So this is where I think your idea of the physical and virtual, we're going to learn a lot about virtual this year, and hopefully we can almost have 3 to 4 times as many people engage in the conference material by doing a combination of both.